Oh, lovely humans, how you doing? Hope you're well. So yeah, so I haven't posted in a while. Like I explained in my last video, it's just been a lot at the moment. Very a lot. I'm gonna ask for some practical help if you're able and willing, which is, as you know, I published a poetry book from an autistic, queer, trans perspective of mine. Basically, it talks a lot about how intense it is to be autistic. I really believe in the poems, and I've had lots of great feedback. And after doing a lot of the poems in performances, it felt like a lot of people identified with them. So I really believe in the content itself. At the same time, as you can imagine, the actual process of like publishing and then promoting is like exhausting. But yeah, all my spare time I've spent promoting the book as well, and doing like readings and like following up on opportunities. But it's definitely something that I would benefit from having help with, if possible. It's interesting because it's really important that like disabled and autistic art and spoken word gets out there. It seems like so necessary for people to hear from those perspectives, and something that is like really greatly needed. And obviously we have less capacity than people that aren't disabled or autistic, like in those respects, right? So yeah, I think it's nice to maybe share the labor if people want to, and have the capacity themselves and stuff like that. If you can think of anything from the top of your head, things like people that might help me promote it, people that might be interested in trans and autistic poets and spoken word artists, or publishers that might be interested in the book, or that like invest in neurodiverse like work, or it's just one way to help. But obviously it depends on your needs as well and your capacity and things like that. I kind of feel like it would help a lot of people, but then I don't have the capacity to promote it as much as I would like to at the moment at the same time. So yeah, having help from other people would be good. And I'm asking this as well because I've been thinking recently about like how much I've been struggling with like socializing and how intense it's been for me. It shouldn't just lie with me, that responsibility, but it always is. As a disabled or autistic person, it's always like you have to do all the labor associated with it, and associated with managing your like ableist society at large, right? The way that it's structured, that isn't right for me. But instead it should be more active in the community and active with other people who aren't disabled to make things more accessible. So yeah, this is one idea coming from that. Like, for example, a company that actually recognizes this and does a lot of the heavy lifting at a discounted price, because a lot of autistic and or disabled people experience like financial hardship because of X, Y, and Z, ableism in society. Anyway, so like that recognizes that disparity in how much labor and kind of how inaccessible the publishing world can be, and that does that active labor, like would be one example of that, and that would be really cool. Yes, maybe we should make this company. No. Too much labor. So yeah, any poetry competitions that you think that I could enter? Again, I'm also going to look into this when I can. I've started a spreadsheet with like contacts and different places to approach, and I've already approached a lot of like autistic and queer organizations as well. And of course, like if you read the book or love my poetry or like anything that I do, please share as well, because that would help spread the word and spread the poetry as well. I appreciate it. That would be grand. Thank you.